It finally happened! 3D, Paul and all, 3D, discussions during dinner. That's right, it's a bad joke, 'cause it's me! I don't know, I literally just made that whole opening thing off the top of my head. And by the looks on these guys' faces, you could tell that they weren't really digging it, but...
I didn't even know what was going on.
I
thought you planned that.
No, I didn't. Of course, I am the Paul of Paul and All. Guys, introduce yourselves to the people.
I'm Xavier.
I am Ryan.
I guess that's part of the problem with the discussions during dinner is that, you know, the mouthful part.
I didn't get to chew my food. I just kind of had a swallow. I was like, "You're gonna go first?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll go first."
So, if I've timed this correctly, at some point right around when this video gets released, you all will have heard what we all just heard, which was the second episode of the podcast that I tried doing a few years ago, which literally only got to episode 2, called Just a Podcast. And the first episode was Xavier and I, and maybe I'll put that one up at some point as well. And then the second episode, which, as I said, is the one that you guys heard, was the three of us, oddly enough, sitting around a dining room table. Except it was at your house.
Yes, sir.
Not...
Sirs.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Not at the studio. As I recorded something... as of this recording, I recorded it the other day, and I mentioned something about the studio, and I'm like, it's my dining room. Like, but I want to make it try to sound all fancy.
It's my studio's in my car.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't have a studio. Thank you.
You're not a YouTuber.
Not yet. Maybe this will launch you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get famous.
And we had a hand in it.
But like, you'll catch me outside.
No. Hopefully by the time this goes up, that's not famous still.
I hope that's not famous. That's...
Look at the camera.
But
it's
yeah, so
hard.
So we you don't necessarily have to look at the camera. We look at each other, whatever.
Quit staring at me, you weirdo.
We just listened to the Just a Podcast episode 2 Kratzmas was what it was called.
It's me.
And we each had pieces of paper so that we could take notes on them. And you guys did just the front half, right? The front piece.
I got 2 sentences.
I got a couple. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I did because I write like a kindergartner, so it's like big and like really spaced out. So I did the first, the one side and half the other side. But I wanted to make sure that pretty much from the time that we listened to it until now, we didn't really talk about it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, granted, it was just a few minutes ago, but like I said, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
We tried a couple times.
Yeah. At some points, like him and I, Ryan and I would look at each other and we just like start dying laughing for like.
Yeah.
That's
honestly the smallest things.
That's why I tried turning
the
away
wall.
from you guys.
Yeah.
Because I knew just the music alone, the beginning
intro,
of
yeah.
that. But that end, that piano, I know we'll probably get there as we're going along.
Yeah.
But that piano music,
I
it
have
went
that
for like 2 minutes.
I have that back here. I have it. The ending music was actually very nice. It was very, very relaxing.
What did I wrote? Good exit tune, very relaxing, light jazz style.
Oh, I don't know why. I just felt the need to point this out for those wanting to maybe join along. It is pizza and wings tonight for discussions during dinner off of McDonald's plates because we're grown-ass men.
That's what all the grown men eat their food out. I would.
I do.
For me, I like paper or styrofoam plates because I don't have to wash dishes afterwards.
Yeah, dishes.
Yes,
That's the way to go.
That's my thing. It's like, okay, I'm done. Oh, I almost spelled it. Like, okay, I'm done. Just throw it away, go to sleep, or continue on with my day.
To me, the problem is that starts to cost a lot more money at a certain point.
Well, you could buy like a set of plates and like glasses, maybe for like $150, and then you could have those over time and until like they break, or you just like want new dineware or whatever, you know.
just for future reference, we might need to eat wax fruit because we'll try to not eat it as much.
What?
So that we can talk and not a mouthful of food.
Yeah.
A mouthful of food.
We're just gonna.
Like, I'm trying.
That's
to
fine.
wait.
If you guys, I mean, if you talk with a mouthful, it's fine. It's what happens. I kind of knew it was going to happen. Or it could be like you guys are doing now. You guys are eating while I'm talking.
That's what I'm trying to watch.
I was just eating while you two were talking. So, I mean, it works out that way. Sometimes, if you have to talk with a little bit of food in your mouth, that's okay. Don't. I do it, like when I'm at work or whatever, I do that thing where I'll cover my mouth while I'm talking with food in my mouth. But yeah, for this, we don't want to do that because of the sound and whatever.
We have manners. We do. Just, it's for you, to make you happy so you can hear
valued viewer.
Since I'm kind of looking straight, I was just going to point this way.
It's not for me.
Yes. But, I mean, for me, for what we just heard, all I can say is, like, I just sounded really young. I sounded dumb. I wonder what I sound like now, because, honestly, like, from just hearing that, I don't even want to hear this. I don't want to hear the sound of my voice right now.
Well, it's funny because I actually, of course, have the same thing as well. Do I sound the same? I like to think that I don't.
Not yet.
But But it was a few years ago, so maybe I do because my voice would have plateaued.
By a few years ago, we mean exactly 6 years. It was done in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And in the video, you'll hear we say that maybe we'll join again. It took 6 years for the next join again to happen.
To be fair, though, it's not. That's 6 years to record. You two hang out like all the time.
Now.
You and I hang out recently a little bit more.
Yeah.
You and I hang out, well, not so much recently, but we used to hang out a lot.
Agreed.
Because we're all family, so we see each other quite a bit.
Here and there, and when we can, we spend some time together.
Mm-hmm.
We Snapchat a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, as of today, this recording, I just noticed that you and I are on the first 3 days of a streak, so you better not break it. I need a doctor's note.
If anybody else sees this, they're going to be like, you just broke a 32-day streak with me.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, to me, Snapchat streaks are not a joke. I need, like, a doctor's note if you're going to break those kinds of things. I have a 73-day streak as of right now going with somebody.
Wow.
I don't streak.
Well played.
Yes, sir. But I also have down in here, I just sounded, the way I was talking, I just sounded very, like, uneducated. Like, for my age now, until then, like, I must have been, like, 11, 12, 13 years old. I really don't know. If I'm doing the math right, probably, like, 13, but I sounded a lot younger.
6 years ago?
Yeah, about 13. I think I just turned 13. But I'm not good with math.
Dead air.
Yeah, bang. Yeah, speechless, right? But at one point in there, they said something about cookies, and I wrote down cookies sound good. I don't know why.
Yeah. Being that Xavier brought that up, I wrote Xavier brought up that cookies sound good because he like showed me it after he wrote it, and I was like, that opens up a good thing about like, if you like this,
send us cookies.
Discussions. No. The discussions during dessert.
Mm.
And I drew a winky face, so I had to wink at the camera.
I gotcha. See, now I actually wrote you two do sound the same, but that's not 100. You both do, but just deeper.
Yeah,
because actually I did point out
Rick Ross style
a little later that in that video, or I'm sorry, in that audio clip, you sound like when you're doing your snow bunny thing on Snapchat.
Yeah.
That's how you sound.
Yeah, I'd like just a little bit deeper now.
Yeah.
That's it.
So if anyone wants to hear what Ryan sounded like 6 years ago, just go on his Snapchat and...
I use that filter every day.
Agreed.
I have one sitting in my room. But I completely forgot.
What, a snow bunny?
No. No. I was moving on to the next topic. I have one sitting in my room, but I completely forgot that at one point because you and I were hanging out a lot more at that point, you were like, I want to write films too.
Yeah, actually,
so you were
I did write a lot on my paper about that. And first things first, there was a lot of holes in the plot and the idea. Believe me this, it was just something that came to mind, and I was just like, I'm rolling with it.
Not only did it come to mind, but I have the fact that you were still in school when it
Yeah,
happened.
I was still in school, so
when he in the audio, I heard him say, I have an idea for a movie, and he's like, it's friends having a good time for 10 days. And I was like, what else?
like, and
Is that all?
yeah, it's like, that's it. But yeah, needless to say, I didn't finish it. I probably didn't even get anywhere past that from when we took that.
But here's the thing. I started wondering at a certain point, did that, I don't know if I wrote it where I wrote it down, but did that evolve into the summer love concept that you and I worked on for a little while?
I believe it did, because
that was, okay, well, first we have to explain the summer love, because anybody who's watching this hopefully listened to the episode, so they heard your 10 crazy days idea.
yeah, it wasn't good.
So the summer love thing
One bad idea.
was an idea for like a, I think it would, now you would classify it as like a mini series,
Yeah.
right?
I think if it was either a movie, it would have been very like well thought of. For a mini series, we could have dragged that on for quite some time, honestly.
Yeah. But it was pretty much, it was on it, the way I always thought of it was kind of the first, like, before the opening credits of Grease, where, no, not Grease like on the food, no, but Grease, where like Danny and Sandy are, they have this amazing kind of summer fling, and then they know they have to go back to their respective lives. Of course, in that movie, they find each other again. Have you never seen Grease?
No, I was thinking, for whatever reason, Talladega Nights just came to my mind, like staring at the camera, just like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know why that just came to mind, but it was just like, just do this for the rest of the video and the audio, just like sit here like this. Eventually one of you guys will be like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. Keep raising them up.
Raising them. But yeah, so I kind of wondered if that evolved into the summer love concept, which it sounds like it could have, unless we just came up with that at a different time. But I do now. I'm not sure because you in that clip you said how you had another idea, and I'm wondering if that's the one that I have sitting in my room, which, if I'm not mistaken, is where, and to this day, I don't understand your justification for it, because you had this thing where you were like, okay, this kid, I think it was like a kid or something, is walking down the street, reading a newspaper, and then he just stops, and he just hands it off to some guy, and that guy just grabs it and keeps walking. And I'm like, why would that person just take a random newspaper off a stranger? And you're like, why not? That could happen.
Yeah, then the world.
I mean, it could, but
the
like,
world today, it's like you looking for some news? Here you go. Just dip. Simple as that. Like, here's some news.
I still don't get it.
Hey, man. My brain now would be like, well, why is this guy trying to hand me a newspaper? I would probably walk the other way.
That was my brain then and now.
Yeah.
Be like, thanks, but
So
I'm good.
Yet again, I have this kind of like underlined a little bit that it says, most things not thought through. So
accurate.
And I didn't really think deeply about stuff. It was just like, oh, it came to mind, so like spit it out. Because then if I spat it out, it would be more of like, I can't lose it. But to be honest with you, I don't even remember half the stuff. So.
To be fair, though, that's how I come up with a lot of ideas. I know you and I have talked about this a little bit, where I woke up the other day and I don't even remember. I can't remember what it was, but I sent him a Snapchat thing, and I'm like, okay, here's the pitch. Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, and I'll just like come up with these random things. Like the one I have is a Zomcom Romdrom. zombie comedy romantic drama.
That sounds difficult.
And
All
it's
in one sentence.
and it's about that's why I shortened it to a zom-com rom-drom. And it's about how kind of technology now, like everybody's on their phones and everybody jokes that like this is like the zombie thing. So like what if like a girl was on her phone and like she would just act this, like if she was a zombie she would pretty much be the same. She would just be on her phone. And but so there's, you know, somehow in there's a love story and whatever, and it's called Zombie, B-A-E. And then, of course, the sequel would be a follow-up.
Interesting.
No, it's not. It's really dumb. But the sequel would be a follow-up where it takes place at, like, the beach. And it would be called Zombie Watch.
I like that.
But that's the kind of stuff where I'll just randomly go...
Interesting.
I'll randomly go, okay, here's the pitch. I wish I could remember what that one was that I sent you the other day.
I think it's because you put me on the spot that I'm having trouble remembering it.
Yeah.
But it really did, and it was like
You gotta be Johnny on the spot.
10 Snapchats long. It's like, okay, here's the
But I
pitch.
tend to do that, and I heard you got upset about this the other day. Can you tell me how did this go?
You said I'm pretty sure for me, I remember like you sent me like 236 seconds of like 10-second videos on Snapchat, and then I was just like, interesting, and that was it.
But now here's the thing though.
Yeah,
we were talking about this the other day. How out of date is your Snapchat thing if it still tells you the seconds? Because ours doesn't do that.
Just has a circle.
yeah, it
that
just has
runs
a
down.
circle.
Where? Like when you're recording?
Where
it?
where the time is.
Yeah, where and that like where the thing is
where the numbers are. It's just a circle now. You still have the
Hey,
square
whoa,
numbers.
whoa! You guys got iPhones, right?
That could be it.
Yeah, but even when I had my Galaxy, it was the same. It stopped and it was just a circle.
Maybe you need to update your app.
I try. It updates
There's
like
gonna be
every...
a bunch of comments about like, no, you're all dumb.
Maybe.
He needs to update, and you two, he's right. You do have iPhones.
My thing is for me, I have all my apps for auto update. So unless my phone itself behind, which is a smartphone, but
Yeah, we all know about smartphones.
yeah. So I've been holding this pizza. Give me a second. I'll take a bite of it.
Okay.
Okay, two things that I thought was hilarious. Well, one, we all have to talk about this because you two mentioned. No, don't look at my notes.
I know.
All right.
You two kind of mentioned
You think
something.
some cheating?
Is it something about Blockbuster? Because
No, I have that a little bit later.
I have
that
that
too.
circled and underlined crazily.
No, what I have is, as we're listening, you could hear it where I say something about that noise, and I believe it's your phone
Yeah.
went off, and I looked at the two of you because I was facing the opposite direction because I didn't want to influence you and I didn't want you guys to influence me. But I turn around and I look at the two of you, and what do the two of you do? You lean back to reach for your phones so you can both put them on silent.
Yep.
Because, yeah, it just no. Actually, the other thing that I wanted to say before we get to Blockbuster, because I have many
Yeah. We
many
all have
notes.
a lot.
Just the fact that Blockbuster was even around then.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you can go to
No.
your,
Yeah.
go to
I'm
your
sorry for
topic.
interrupting.
we all I wrote it down, and you two started to talk about it, and I'm like, no, wait for the thing, the live audience, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It was like my sister.
I'm pretty sure it was your sister,
I believe so.
but it had to be some. Was it?
It would have to be somebody else.
It might have been
like,
Raquel.
I was wondering if it was Raquel.
I don't think Raquel was
Morgan?
or Little Gil.
Was Little Gil even born then?
Jasmine.
2011?
How old is Little Gil now?
Oh, he was born 2008.
He would have been like.
My past, man, it's catching up with me.
Still, he would only be 3. He's not a very good audience. He wouldn't understand.
Well, that's the point. Is they were making noise in the background. You could hear them.
Yeah, yeah. That is a good point.
I tend to have them.
He's like a
But
freshly
yeah,
sharpened
we
pencil.
at least
like
know
a
that
pencil,
it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
Like a freshly sharpened pencil.
Mhm.
Good points.
Or a pen.
But we at least know that it was.
Ballpoint.
That it was Hob. One of the live audience.
It was definitely my sister.
Like Jasmine might have been there.
Because I wrote sisters/cousins.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's what I wanted to like when came up in the video, or the noise,
The audio.
audio,
The noise.
I was like, who's the live audience and why can't I remember them? Because I could see us all sitting at the table. I was sitting there. Well, not at this table, but I was at that end. You were at this end. Xavier was over there.
Yeah.
And I know that they were in, like, the living room area, but I can't for my life imagine who they are.
Which is really funny because as of this recording, just the other... Now, this will probably go up a few months later. I actually have an idea of when this might go up. But as of this recording, I just recorded something with your Aunt Missy the other day. When
Interesting.
We walked in on.
When yes, you did, but I cut that part out so you don't even know that you guys walked in because I'm really good at editing. But at the very beginning, I mentioned that we had something of a live audience because
We walked in.
because
No.
Little Gil and Tino,
Tino.
were in
I'm sorry,
here.
I'm a couple seconds behind.
Yeah,
You're a bunch of seconds behind. He already explained that.
but yeah, Little Gil and Tino were in. Actually, they were pretty much right past where you all are seeing us from now, and they could not whisper at all. They're
I
there.
don't think Tino's even able to talk.
There you go.
Now he can. I don't think he was.
No, I'm
Able
talking.
to
No, I'm
do
talking.
This was like last week.
Yeah. When you guys
When we
walked
lost
in.
him in the bathroom.
See, you go from one thing and then to the next thing.
No, I was talking about this.
This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Hold up.
The one we walked in on. How many times have we walked in on a podcast with him and Aunt Missy?
I thought we were talking about the one at my house with my. No. Told you, I'm lost. I lost myself. I don't know how.
Okay. So obviously, we don't have. Because I wrote down, do either of us still have 10 crazy days? I would say the answer is no.
Mm-mm.
I have that. The two of you still can't spell anything.
I have that on here. Xavier I spell it the way I want, and I'm like, I still happen to follow that motto.
Yeah.
Because
For any of you that know, I'm not good at spelling at all.
I messaged with the two of you, and you guys still can't spell.
I got better.
Sure.
He said, yeah.
I have, I'm a rude host, and I'm wondering if I'm still like that, because I keep going, really? Like, and I'm poking fun at you so often.
That's the
and
way
I'm,
you gotta be. It makes it more interesting.
Yeah,
like,
it
if
makes
we
it
were just sitting there like,
Yes.
yes, agreed.
What is that, caveman?
What?
See, I just did it. I just did it.
Yeah, that's
but
like
it's rude, I think.
Cavemen grunt more like, ugh.
You did, you're like, you nodded, and you're like,
I do that. I do that all the time, though. Secrets don't make friends.
Say it, whatever it is, say it. Don't keep it to me.
At the end of the first video, he says, I just gave the guys the signal, and Xavier's like, caw. I said, I feel like Xavier should do the caw again.
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, because we, at the time, when I wrote this note, we weren't sure of when this was recorded, and I wrote, the Shots song was clearly still big, because one of the two of you started singing Shots.
Xavier.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should bring the drinking game back. I have that written down on there.
Does he still say?
Bring drinking game back.
Does he still say? Do you still say?
What?
But
No, I'm more educated.
It should be Aya now.
Yes, you're right. It should.
Go ahead. Say it again.
Say it one more time.
You waited too long.
I know.
Say it again.
I started learning how instead of just using but or but clearly I can't because of reasons. I'm half dumb here or something. But I try to fill in like blank spaces. Where I was at a little bit ago and I was hearing some people's life stories, they said a lot. So I was like, wow, that's really annoying. So do I sound like that? Like but or like I tried to do something else besides that. I try to say something and instead of I try to just continue going on. So like my sentences, they have no periods. It's just a run-on sentence. It's it's just like it's like a continuous run-on sentence because I don't like to say or but. You know,
Yeah.
I try to always continue going on so I don't stop.
I'm the same way with the word like.
Like?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, like I'll start a sentence and then I'll be like, it was like, you know, and I'll use like as a pause so that I can think of the next bit because I tend to talk a lot faster than I think. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. My teacher used to yell at me for that.
There's a show I watch and I kind of go in this mode. If someone just asks me something, I'm just like, and I'll just do that for a couple seconds until like my brain catches up and actually thinks about something to say.
Don't say the name of the show.
I can't say the name of the show. We might get arrested.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, copyrighted and fined. And
Especially if you're not speaking about it in a positive light.
no, it is positive. I do that a lot actually because someone asks me a question and if I'm
Well, then
like,
what's the show? Say it.
Bob's Burgers.
Oh, I love that show.
I like that show too.
Yeah.
I watch it quite frequently actually. For some, like I'll watch it on Netflix.
They're not paying us to plug it.
Yeah, there's no.
We just believe in that show.
I also watch Supernatural a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, one of my favorite shows that I started watching.
Since you're there, I got a tattoo on my chest.
Yeah, actually,
I got a necklace. Actually, 3 necklaces.
I have that. I have a tattoo of that.
I know.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
have
trying to
this-
get possessed.
And I have the car as well in my little background thing.
Ooh.
Let's get back to this. Okay, so I put that I'm a rude host. We talked about that. We already know how old we were. I have something about grow a beard. Oh, for your holiday.
Christmas, yeah.
And then I put years later. Could you grow a Santa beard if you wanted to?
I can now. It takes a little bit of time. I usually go with the chin strap.
I hate that so much.
I wish I was able to grow
You look
facial
like
hair.
such a douche with that. Especially with this little bit of hair sticking out of your...
Girls tend to like the chin strap. And guys tend to like the chin strap.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It looks
douchey.
yeah. Looks douchey, and douchey is more appealing to Jobs.
You can't grow anything?
Yeah, I struggle with that.
He can, but you gotta be
You gotta have the
this
magnifying
close to his
glass.
face to see it.
How often do you shave it?
I probably shaved like 2 weeks ago, and I'm starting to feel it.
Start shaving more often.
No. That's actually a myth, apparently. That the more you shave,
I can direct you to some people at my work who have recently just started telling. I know people who they started shaving more often and it starts to grow. It's similar. Like I have gray hair. I've had it since I was about 15, 16, and they say for every one you pull out, 2 more grow in its place.
I got like a patch of gray over here somewhere.
Is it? I don't see it.
it's
But
it's
mine-
blending right now.
Mine, somebody said that it's the J. Jonah Jameson
It's like
thing.
right here's
And but if I got my hair cut, like when my hair is short, you can't really notice it. It's not until it starts to grow out that you finally notice it.
That's like our one buddy that we have. Hair's black, like jet black, and it's just like salt and pepper here in some
Bluray?
spot. Yeah, because like randomly he'll just have like black hair, but like the tip of it will just be like gray or white.
Like
It's
ever
it's
since
nutty.
me and him were kids, I started growing a beard at a really young age.
Mm-hmm.
He got gray hairs at like a really young age, like 3rd grade.
That's funny. That's sad.
It was
but-
like he's always. I'm like, Brian,
Yeah,
why do you have so many gray hairs, man? He's like, I don't know. It's just life. I'm like, all right,
Speaking of hair,
He's stressed out from being your friend.
probably.
probably.
Speaking of hair,
See, I'm still rude.
my sister tells me I look like a rooster or something with my hair slicked back, but it's like
You were standing right over there before, and with the because I've never understood the 2 pierced ears on guys. I guess that's because I used to work with a guy who's about maybe a few years older than the 2 of you.
I actually forget I have them in.
And he was that like, cause I had this ear pierced. I don't know if the hole's closed up, but I did have that ear pierced. And I mentioned that to him, but he's like, why would you only have 1? And I'm like, at the time, that's what you did. Because, of course, when I was growing up, it was like, if you got the right one pierced,
Yep.
like, you were gay.
Yeah.
You know?
To be honest with you, I really don't believe in that too much. Gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual. That's all on you. My thing is I'm straight. For me, having both of my ears pierced doesn't inquire anything. For me, at least, like.
But see, I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I just don't.
You don't see the point.
I don't get it. Yeah.
I mean, like if I got some hoops in my ears,
It doesn't make you gay. It just
I would
means you
question.
like wearing.
I would question it. Be like, why you got some hoops? in your ears?
I just don't understand. I mean, the gauges thing, I really don't understand.
The only reason,
But-
well, it actually started in Africa, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't want you to know that I know what it means.
But yeah, I just, like I said, I knew a guy. But like, what I was gonna say was, I saw you standing over there before, and like with the hair a little bit longer and slicked back, and like with the tattoo, and like you just, I don't know what it was. You looked like you belonged with like the cast of Jersey Shore or something.
Hey, whoa. No, I'm kidding.
They call me every so often. Everybody at work, they'll be like, "Hey, Pauly D," and I'm like, "It's Pauly. If anything, it's Pauly C."
Yeah.
Like, just say it. And they were like, no, that's not his name. I'm like, no, but it's my name. Like,
Yeah.
me. Like,
For me, what it was, actually, originally it was a comb over. But it started when, hang on, you're going to laugh.
I am laughing.
You're
Yeah,
laughing.
I know, but still, like, it's going to
So
get...
you're gonna continue to laugh.
Yeah, it's going to get funnier as it goes, hopefully.
Are you going bald?
Yeah.
Quite, yes, actually.
We all are.
When I got my hair cut.
Dude, my forehead's bigger than yours.
What are you trying to say? I got a big forehead?
No, I'm saying you have a
You know
small
why- you know
forehead
why
in
it's called a
comparison to
forehead?
mine.
You know why it's called a forehead?
Because you can fit 4 fingers on it?
Yeah.
Except for the fact that it's F-O-R-E, not F-O-U-R.
Again with the grammar and spelling. Yeah.
That's
yeah, I don't know
him.
why it's
That's him
called
being a douche, as he says. But I had my hair like really long when I went into treatment, and then some dude, one of my actual good friends now, offered to get it cut for me. So I was like, all right, cool. And then the guy who cut it thinks he's all this like the best like hair barber like ever, right? And he completely messed up my hair. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, whatever happens, like I'll just make it work. So I worked for a comb over with for about like 3 weeks. And eventually it was like to the point that I was like, what do I do with it? And I just like slicked it back one day and I'm like, it works.
Yeah.
And like every morning, like I don't always slick it back. Sometimes I'll just like, and I'll just like.
Did you get my
wet
message from earlier today?
I might not have.
He was in a really grumpy mood.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
When I took a picture,
We
of you
were
sitting on Anne's
Snapchatting
couch.
back and forth.
Oh.
And he took a picture of you, and I went, because I was asking him, like, oh, are you, going to pick me up from work or whatever? And he's like, yeah. And then he sent me a pic, and I sent him a picture of, like, me giving a thumbs up, and he sent me back a picture of you, and I messaged back something like, oh, Mr. Cool Guy with the slick back hair today.
Yeah. Just like some days.
Because, like, now, like, it's back. Like, mine is back as well, but yours, it still looked wet at the time, so, like, it was like, slick.
It takes the product that I use in my hair, like, yeah, haha. It takes quite some time for it to dry, and I don't understand why. Because usually you're like wet hair with like a any type of I can't think right now.
Gel?
Yeah,
Water.
any type of gel.
Wet hair with water? Why would
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
make
wet
sense?
hair.
Because it's wet.
Yeah, but any wet hair with gel usually like dries and hardens quite fast. Whatever I use, it's like some protein gel, and it takes a while.
It's weird.
It takes like an hour and a half. So like I still have time to like if I want to split it, I could split it. Like I still have a
Yeah.
lot of time to do what I want. But now actually it would have stayed looking like that, but I actually took a comb and just went through it again. So like it would kind of like break it up a little bit.
When I use mousse sometimes, if I put mousse in my hair, that's how old I am. I use mousse, not gel.
No, it's still around. My
but,
mom uses it.
Yeah. Thanks, that made me feel better. But if I put mousse in my hair when it's wet, it does that where like it looks wet, shiny.
For the rest
Yeah.
of the day.
And then if I comb it out,
It's
like,
just
it's
fluffy.
still it's back exactly.
It's fluffy.
Yep.
That's normally today was actually the first day that I slicked my hair back in a couple days.
I want to go back to a topic when you're.
I usually don't slick my hair back all the time. Usually it's just like shower, kind of dry it, and just like run my hands through it as many times as I could so it kind of goes back. And usually it's just like a rooster, just
Yeah.
like everywhere. Or what does that Muppet do with the orange hair?
Beaker.
Yeah, him. Kind of looks like that. It's just like
I
it's
was
like
just watching something the other day where,
just
like,
all
where
over.
somebody goes, you know, that ginger Muppet, I don't care to look up the name. It was Beaker.
Isn't he like a scientist or something?
It's the name Beaker.
He is, if I'm not mistaken, he is the assistant, actually, to Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Because his head looks like a honeydew.
Yeah, with the closed eyes.
No eyes. He has no eyes.
What?
His glasses.
How does he see?
Yeah, he's the blue dude with glasses.
How does he see?
Green, because it's honeydew.
Ah,
He's the green dude?
Mm-hmm. You want me to show you?
I know, I thought he was blue. Is his nose blue?
No.
oh gosh.
I spelled it wrong. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. What did you want to go back to? When we're done.
Oh, the like,
See?
the shaving your beard? Huh.
Do you want to see this or no?
What? How does he even see?
He's a man scientist felt thing with another person's hand up his ass, and you're wondering, how does he see?
Well,
Like,
That's how he sees, yeah.
in all reality, if I had some guy's hand up my butt, I'd be pretty mad. So
I wouldn't want to have eyes.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have eyes either. But
What I wanted to go back to was, like, they say shaving your beard makes it grow in thicker and faster. So, like, when I go bald, or start going bald, should I just shave my head so my hair grows in thicker?
yes,
Is that how that works?
no.
I didn't think so, because most dudes that shave their head because they're going bald, let their hair grow out, and they're still going bald.
yeah.
It's confusing to me.
Uncle Bob.
No, because
Well,
you
my pop.
Yeah.
because you have the potential in the follicles. But
Oh, yeah.
if the follicles have nothing, then
Good
you know.
point. Science.
Okay, put that 10 nights of growing beards in your that was part of your Kratz stick. 10 nights of growing beards, 10 nights of cookies, as you guys mentioned earlier.
I like cookies.
And 10 nights of drinking milk.
Yes. Then I put that we had a technical issue and had to do a second take. And then we start talking about things. The whole rest of the time, we start talking about, oh, did we keep this? And no, and blah, blah. And that's
Yeah, the
what.
technical issues. Did we keep the technical issues?
No, because what I think happened was I think the recording device stopped.
Yeah.
And then we lost a bunch of stuff that we talked about.
Yeah.
And then we kept talking, and we were like, "Oh yeah, but you guys heard all that." And then that's when I said, "And if you didn't, we'll just have to get together at another time."
Yeah.
And it took 6 years.
Yeah, so sorry. What we lost is gone.
Yeah, it's gone, just gone.
Not coming back ever.
And then I have the awkwardness of the fact that I made the Jew hater joke, and then
I think I wrote that down.
and then
too.
quickly brought up a German friend.
I wrote that down on my paper actually. Threw
Wait,
it
what
away
did
'cause
you-
I remembered it.
I just drew that because I was like,
Oh,
I wrote down. I'm like, we do not hate the Jews. I wrote that down just because like
I don't know why. I thought it would just be funny. Oh, I'm not gonna do it again, but
yeah.
yeah.
That's why as soon as I was like, I guess this is the topic.
I was like,
But then just a few minutes later, I'm like, yeah, you're like, we made up a name, and I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
their German friend. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is bad.
yeah. We'll get this straight. We not racist of any kind.
No,
We love the Jews.
Everyone else.
yeah, everyone
Yeah,
else too. I put the fact that I have the first podcast because I mentioned in that one, like, oh, you know, for the fact that you guys heard the first episode, which is you and I, Xavier.
I and you?
No,
No, I'm kidding. I
um,
spaced out for a second.
but
Looking at my glass.
yeah, I do have the first one, so maybe by the time this goes up, you'll have heard it. Maybe not.
Hopefully.
Who knows? I don't know.
Do you? Probably not.
And if he doesn't know, you don't know because he's the one that's posting it.
Yeah.
Ah. It's a chain reaction.
Um,
Science.
I have that whole episode is a fail cast. Because at some point in that episode we talk about fail cast.
Yeah.
And then like at a certain point I'm like, this is a fail cast.
I'm pretty sure that it was only our second time, so we were just trying to like figure out what works. And even with this even though this is the first cast of this, I believe it's going quite well.
Yeah.
It's actually going a lot better than what I thought.
Have you guys been have you guys been listening to the regular Paul? You have. I know you have the Paul and all.
I try not to have a lot of downtime. For me, that would be somewhat of just like sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just be like, oh, you know.
There's no video
to
it. It's just listening. So that's like
same thing with that.
I would assume you listen to them at the gym.
I listen to them at my nan's actually, just because like I don't have Wi-Fi at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Have free
With the
Wi-Fi.
iPhone, the latest update to YouTube, you can download videos.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's like most of the ones I see are like 40+ minutes.
Yes. That's
And
because
just because like I know that a 40-minute video at the gym on data is just gone. I have
Yeah.
no more data.
I like to
They
think.
have free Wi-Fi. I use it daily.
I heard your mom's signing up for a membership at the gym.
She's actually the one down.
She's at Nanny Cook Fitness
yeah.
now.
You know what she told?
I need to get.
You know
to
what
a
she told
gym.
me today? She was like thinking about going to the gym and then going out to drink, and I'm like, why would you want to lose your gains?
Ah.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta get them gains, and I'm like, gains. I'm like, there's no gains. It's either gains or degress.
I need to get to a gym.
Trying to get some gains.
I want to be able to take my shirt off when I go to Hawaii.
I can't take my shirt off if I go to Hawaii. It doesn't matter.
I could, but it's not a pretty sight. Agreed? Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay. Thank you. What are you trying to say? I'm ugly?
Ugly has nothing to do with your shirt, dude.
This one's kind of faded, to be honest with you. Actually,
I wore one of my fancy T-shirts. I like to wear these like with designs on them. I have a lost one. I have two lost ones actually. My mother just bought me a Rugrats one and a Flintstones one. But I didn't want to wear it because they're white, so I didn't want to wear them with the wings. Okay. Blockbuster still existed.
yes.
Yeah,
That
now it's Redbox, Netflix, and Hulu.
Oh, and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon, yeah.
Amazon, yep.
But it was 2011. I commented on an episode of Lost with Friends in You okay over there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is your paper awake?
Yeah, it was winking at me.
Trying to wake it up?
In an episode of Lost with Friends, I commented because in 2004 they were reading, when they burned the fuselage, and they were reading stuff about like, oh, this person, because they wanted to give like a memorial type thing, and said something about like, oh, the Blockbuster card, and I'm like, was this show really that long ago that Blockbuster still existed? But yet this is 2011 and Blockbuster. I mean, granted, it was going out of business at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
I also, for some weird reason, I feel like it's because it was 2011 to 2017 that this happened. I brought up that the Mayans were wrong.
yes, they were.
2012 was not the end of the world.
You know how many times the end of the world was technically supposed to happen?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. What if they had been right, and we would have never gotten together another time? Because it took 6 years for it to happen now.
That is true.
We are bad hosts, I guess.
I'm pretty sure you're the host, we're the guests.
Well, I've already called myself rude and everything else. My last note, because I kind of just skipped around a bunch of times, my last note is the fact that, to this day, and it bugs me, but I still don't have a Blu-ray player.
I was just that's my next note is like you said you didn't have a Blu-ray player back then, but like almost everything's come standard Blu-ray now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still get your regular DVDs, but like PS3s, PS4s, Xbox Ones, all of them all play Blu-ray now. They even have now they have a curved TV. They have TVs that just have a Blu-ray player right inside it. Like,
Yeah.
My TVs still have backs to them, dude. Like,
lucky you, I don't even own a TV, so I kind of sold all my stuff. So
I have an Xbox.
Yeah, he has an Xbox that I was thinking about buying, just for one game in particular.
Which, you know, we talked in that episode about, like, oh, you don't want to buy a bunch of stuff that you can't play on it.
Yeah.
I do have, because I bought, it was the DVD Blu-ray combo pack thing, but it's a Battlestar Galactica. After the show was over, they released like a kind of like a mini movie type thing that they wanted. They were gonna do it as a series, but it didn't go forward. But they were like, here's that, you know, like TV movie thing, and there's a DVD Blu-ray combo pack, and each thing, because I love special features, because I'm a behind the scenes kind of person when it comes to movies and TV shows and stuff. Each thing has a different set of special features. Mm-hmm. So there's like one set of special features that I can't watch.
Why?
Because I don't have a Blu-ray player.
I think I can help you out. I don't have a Blu-ray player, but like I said, PS3s, PS4s.
I don't, because my TVs are so old, they're not high def.
You don't need a high def. As long as you have the AV cables,
Yeah, but isn't it better with high def? High def TV?
Anything's better. Like the
Blu-ray's
newest
high
high
def.
definition's like 4,000, like 4K or something like that. Do you see that?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm pretty sure I went to like Best Buy or something and I saw that.
Yeah, but I mean, I could get something older, but I just haven't yet.
Yeah. I mean, they even have like 32-inch flat screen TVs for like $150.
I know.
You know?
I'm thinking about, I don't know if I told you guys this.
It's a cheap investment, I believe.
Right.
It's a cheap investment for you can.
It
you
is,
can use
but
for however long.
It is, but here's the thing, because I know like you guys are tattooed.
Yes.
I am thinking about potentially getting a tattoo when I go to Hawaii, because I think that would be like, but it would be my first tattoo.
There's a way in Hawaii that they do a tattoo. It's like a stick and a hammer.
That's like the old like African thing. They have actual shops as well.
Yeah, they have real shops.
Yeah.
But if I was in Hawaii, that's the way I'd want to get it done. Just to say that I could.
I would not. But no, but see, to me, especially if it's my first one, to be like, I got
might
it.
Scare you.
I get it, like, you know, I got it in Hawaii when I was with, you know, like some of my good friends and, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But, like one of my, I guess a bunch of people are talking about that now, and I had been talking about it for a while, and one of my friends messaged me, and he's like, you know, are you opposed to tattoos or whatever? And I'm like, no, I have no problem. I'm like, I just don't have any. I said, because to me, and it's the same thing with buying like a flat screen TV, I'm like, to me, most times that money can be put to something better. Paying some of my bills, or paying a credit card down, or getting
a vehicle or something.
Right, exactly, like different, like stuff like that. Like to me, that's why one of the reasons that I've never done that. Or I could be like, well, I could take this much money and buy a TV, and then some of the stuff that I have, like I doubt my friends' DVDs would look good on a high def thing because they weren't filmed in high def.
Yeah.
They would probably look all pixelated and stuff, right?
I remember when high def first started coming out, like not coming out, but like it was very big. Yeah, it was very weird. 'Cause everything seemed way too lifelike. I was like, is that Adam Sandler? I see his skin cells, and I was just like, what is going on?
Well, you know that like shows like Saturday Night Live, they had to change their set designs.
Yeah.
Because you could see that stuff was made out of like styrofoam and whatever. Because all of a sudden it would be like, oh, that bookcase isn't really a bookcase. But in standard definition, it just looks like a bookcase. But when it's in high definition, it's like, no, that's clearly styrofoam.
That's not wood.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that my standard definition stuff would be what was that?
It's all real here.
Oh. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my
like,
standard definition stuff would be all pixelated and whatever. And that's the thing, is like I could spend that $100 or $200 getting a new TV that as of right now I could watch one specific thing on, because then I'd also have to get the Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
Or I could maybe get another series on DVD itself. You know?
Yeah,
See,
no reason to.
For me, it's all personal preference, really. If you want to waste, $150 plus a Blu-ray player just to watch one disc,
Obviously,
I feel you.
I would get more at a certain point.
I agree with him though, because I bought the Xbox for one game. Well, two.
See,
But that's the whole reason I bought it was
the only
specifically.
reason I want an Xbox is for Forza Horizon 3. Just because I like the Horizons better.
Halo.
And Halo is exactly, but I grew up with Sony, PlayStation all the way.
Well, yeah,
That's me.
so did I.
Yeah.
But I'm an ex. I like Halo.
I like Halo.
See, I couldn't imagine doing something like that for one thing.
That's exactly why I didn't buy it.
Let's
it's
like Halo is only playable for Xbox.
Yes.
And
Forza is only playable for Xbox.
I like Forza, Halo, and Guitar Hero is playable on either of them, but I got that too. And those are the 3 games I own.
See, there's a...
Does Nintendo does that a lot.
What?
Like, they've always done that. Where, like you can't buy Mario for, like, the Xbox or the PlayStation.
No.
Because it's just Nintendo.
Yep.
That's what keeps their
like, thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if PlayStation had an option for Halo, I would have bought a PlayStation.
No. Like...
Well, Halo's owned by Microsoft, isn't it? Just like Mario's owned by Nintendo?
Microsoft is a program Xbox uses.
It's owned by Bungie.
Bungie uses or owns Halo 1, 2, and 3, and I think like ODST. I'm pretty sure they went to different people or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Caca!
I guess that's the wrap up. So I'm pretty sure you did that when we recorded the Kratzmas episode.
I don't remember if it was me or him. We both
Golden
sounded
Eagle.
young and the same.
Yeah. But we talked about that. We talked about a few other things, and we'll see what makes the final cut. So I think this went well for the test episode of Paul and All 3D discussions during dinner. 3D because it's 3Ds.
Hey, whoa, I ain't no douche. No, I'm kidding.
3 douchebags at a table.
But I guess that's gonna wrap us up for this one, right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me and sitting down and
Thank
eating.
you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you. Yeah.
I know you guys showed up for the free food. Don't lie.
Whoa! I could have got free food anywhere.
Yeah.
But tonight was the spot to get the free food.
I am the host, your host, Paul Casey.
I'm Xavier.
And I'm Ryan Kratz.
And thank you very much. I don't really have a sign off for this. Thank you, and
We're gonna play the jazz music.
if I could find it again, I would love to play that piano music because, now wait, before we go though, like that piano music was so much better than that opening. Like that opening music was like,
Yeah, the piano music was like, it was like something exciting, and then it was just dying. It was like letting you die down from it. Like, okay, like you were like,
yeah, it was like wind down music. Yeah.
Like right now, I'm thinking of the like the Windows like computer something like that. No.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that.
Okay, but now for real, we're leaving. So thanks for watching, and hopefully there will be more of these at some point.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, all that stuff. Like,
subscribe to me.
Subscribe, share. Yeah, actually, you know what? Before we go, do you guys have anywhere, like, if you're on, like, social media or anything that they can follow you? Shout out your Snapchats.
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
Yeah.
My name is Xavier Mrozoski, Mrozoski. And, yeah.
Ryan Kratz, RyanKratz.
That is Kratz, as in, Kratzmas.
Yeah.
10 days of cookies and milk, 10 days of growing beards, Santa beards. Which I still love the fact that, like, how many other people have that kind of beard, but Santa is where you go.
Yeah. I had to.
Where's that Chinese dude? So really
Mr.
Miyagi. No, I'm kidding.
No.
He didn't have a beard.
No. You're
Karate
the guy from Kill
Mr.
Bill.
Fu.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Fu.
Hello,
Mr. Chow.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for us. Stop interrupting me, guys, because this is all one audio track. Bye.